Hello, Gabrielle here. So this week I want to talk about the importance of enjoying your meals. Okay, so we've talked about on the programme about the importance of eating 3 meals a day, and the way those meals will be put together would be primarily being focused on protein first and foremost, and making sure you eat a decent portion of that with every meal, plenty of veg, healthy fats, and smaller portions of carbohydrates. So generally, we're trying to increase the amount of protein that we eat and reduce the amount of carbohydrates that we eat. And that's going to do a couple of things. Firstly, it's going to fill you up more, and that's going to make it easier for you to have fewer cravings and to find it easier not to snack between meals because you're not feeling hungry. But also it's going to give you a better nutrient profile overall. It's going to reduce the amount of carbohydrates that you eat and therefore need to process. So that can be very helpful, particularly if you're around or through the menopause, because we can become less efficient at processing carbs. And having more nutrients, better nutrient profile, it's going to have an awful lot of benefits for you. You're going to have better, clearer brain power, more irony, that's stumbled my words on this bit, but you'll be able to think more clearly, have less brain fog, have more stable energy throughout the day, your digestion's going to feel better, you'll be less bloated, and all of these things can actually start to make you feel a lot better in yourself, which can uplift your mood as well. Okay, so beginning of a program, you're trying new meals, you're very motivated, you're enjoying what you're doing, happy to put the work into it, and it can seem very easy, okay? But we want to try and find things that are going to change and that we can stick with for the long term. And the really important thing to focus on here is making sure you really enjoy your meals. Because the minute you start to feel that you're just not really in the mood, feeling something, or a little bit bored by it, or feel a little bit deprived, then you may eat that meal, but you may well still have cravings after because you're feeling a little bit shortchanged. Okay, so it's really important to watch out for that, because when that happens, you want to be switching up your meals. Okay, perfect example that a lot of people have, and I'm one of them. Eggs are brilliant, and really versatile, and that can be a go-to when you first start with a new sort of program. You might go mad on the eggs, boiled eggs, fried eggs, you name it, omelettes and all the rest of it. But by the second week, you just feel like you never want to look at another egg ever again. Okay, and that's definitely something that I notice, and people tell me is something that they notice as well. Another one is salads. People, you can find that you can put together a really nice salad and really enjoy that, but maybe a week in, or when the weather turns cold and miserable, there's no taste, really don't enjoy it and feel deprived. So you want to watch out for that and learn to spot those signals and switch up your meals, okay? Because as soon as you stop enjoying your meals, you're going to have cravings, you're going to drift back to your old favourite foods, and you're going to find it harder to stick with the plan. So you've got to, you're not going to just nail everything in the first week. This is an exercise of trial and error, of building that repertoire of different meals that you have as a little go-to. And that may mean that you have 3, 4, maybe 5 different breakfasts that you rotate. You'll possibly need a few more lunches and a bigger repertoire of evening meals, or maybe, you're really happy to have something very simple at lunchtime, but, between you and the family, you need to have a bigger repertoire of evening meals. So you're going to have to just pay attention to the things that work for you and also the things that don't. Don't expect everything that you have to suddenly be, to work brilliantly. You're certainly going to have things that you'll try and they don't work for you. They might be too much hassle. You might feel hungry after. You might just not really enjoy them enough to keep them in your diet. Keep going, keep experimenting, and keep trying. Because by the end of the program, after doing that for several weeks, more like a couple of months, isn't it? By the time that you've done that, you're going to have a really good balance of meals that really work for you very well. And you're going to have learnt a lot about yourself and what works really well for you, and what's important to keep you feeling well fed, energetic, but not deprived. That's really important. So pay attention to what you eat, Pay attention to how it makes you feel, learn from that, and then just keep working until you create a little formula that works well for you. Because, we're all different. What works well for me may not work as well for somebody else, or may just simply not be to their taste or not work for their family. Okay, so you are an individual. You'll have your own preferences. You've got to do a little bit of work over the programme to find them. Okay, all right then. Any questions on this, always drop me a line. Hopefully that goes without saying. You can message me in the Facebook group, or you can drop me a line on my email. All right, enjoy the rest of your day.